Hey there, Tracy Noriega here, paying it forward to you on this Mindful Monday. So I got one for you. Have you ever found yourself doing a particular, I don't know, it could be an action or in this case a chore or just doing something and it seems to serve as this analogy for what's going on in your life? Am I being too cryptic? Anyway, what am I talking about? Well, today I was doing some chores, and I know that I had done a different Mindful Monday about being very mindful while doing your chores. And so I was practicing what I preach. And while picking, it was weeds, and we live in a community where there's a HOA, and they will send you pictures of your weeds and give you warnings, all that good stuff. So didn't want to get that. Was being proactive of getting the weeds out because it's been raining here. And I just found myself while I was getting them, you could just go ahead and pick them off at the top, but you know that the roots are still there. They're going to be back at the next rain. And we've been having quite a bit of rain here, even for the desert, but it's been nice. It's very nice and green, I have to say. But so is my lawn with the weeds, which I kind of feel bad because if something could grow in this dirt and be green, I have to say I admire it. But that being said, I still have to pick it because I know it's a weed. And while I was picking it and noticing the ones that would get just off the top, and I'm like, oh, I know I gotta get that root and dig down with it, with the little tool to get it out, or since we use a screwdriver too. But how that is about digging out deep of those weeds in your own life, right? Things we keep saying that we're not going to do, and then we do it, or we're not gonna say to ourselves, putting ourselves first, uh, speaking to ourselves kindly, all these things. And if we really don't get down deep to what's underneath there, then it just keeps coming back. You do it for a while and then it just comes back. And I don't know, it's just think about that. And with gardening, I mean, gardening, just being so there in the dirt with Mother Earth too, and getting your hands in there. There's something about that as well. So just knowing that from the dirt we come and we're going to go right back there too, and just how everything grows out of it. It's just, I don't know, I was just thinking of these mindful things that we've talked about, but of again being mindful about what kind of job are you doing on clearing out the things that are no longer necessary or that are going to impede your progress, or just you know weeds, nothing really good comes from them. So, pulling those weeds out of your life, what, how mindful are you being about getting them out? Or are you just trying to pluck them all out and it looks better and they're going to be back? I don't know. It was just something I was thinking about and wanted to share. And, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm sorry. Um, And it just kind of goes back to the nature one we've talked about. I'll put that at the end over here. And then about being mindful with your chores. So just looking at that, it just kind of, again, made me mindful not only of what I was doing at the moment, but what I'm doing in this bigger moment, this bigger picture as well. Anyway, that's my mindful Monday moment for you. I hope, share if you've had a moment like that where you're doing something and it just seems to be an analogy for something bigger going on in your life. I'd be most interested in your sharing that. And yeah, and again, just putting attention to what it is you're doing and being in that moment and doing your best job at it, right? And just being present. That's another thing. And sometimes it brings up things that you wouldn't even think of. Like for me, while doing that, I was just being really thankful for the fact that like Ruben and I are just hanging out and cleaning our home, pulling the weeds of our home together. And I told him, I go, it's funny, I'm having just even a good time doing this. We just have music going on and we're you know plucking the weeds and, sharing a cooler. Since it's St. Patty's Day, we're sharing, a Smirnoff green apple to be all Irish instead of the green beer. And just having fun doing that and acknowledging that, just being in the moment, doing what needs to be done, and doing it together with gratitude in and of itself. I just found great joy in it. Anyway, that's it. I hope that you have a wonderful and magnificent Mindful Monday and rest of your week. Ciao for now. Wishing you prosperity, love, abundance, and joy. Cheers.